Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Saturday, and with Terrifier 3 being the most popular movie to talk about coming out this October, I thought it would be fun to look at some of the other horror movies coming out this October that maybe you haven't even heard of. So let's jump right into it. So we know Terrifier 3 is coming out. We know it's getting its release date, and there are already people kind of talking about it, giving their review. I'll wait on our review until everybody's had an opportunity to go and see this movie, and we can talk about it. But what other movies are coming out in October that you should be anxious to see? Well, Smile 2 is one that comes to mind, and that happens on October 18th. And Smile 2 is something that we've talked about in the past on our channel, so you can definitely check out our videos on it in our horror section. And I urge you to do so because Smile is one of those films I am sort of looking forward to. However, with Smile 2, it's kind of, I want them to show more of the monster. That's my big takeaway there for that film. I want more of this Smile monster. That's what I want out of the movie. That's what I need out of Smile 2. And I don't know that we get that or not, but we will find out on October 18th. And I know some people have already said they've seen it or, know what the script entails. It's one of those movies that I can't wait to watch. Even though I am a little hesitant, and I hope they showcase the monster a little bit more than they did before. Next up is Salem's Lot. And Salem's Lot is a classic movie based on a classic book by Stephen King, and it's getting a remake on Max. It's getting a remake on Max, and that actually premieres in a few days on October 3rd. And I'm kind of excited for this remake. I hope it's closer to the book than even the original was, because there was a lot of differences actually within the last time we saw it. But if you've read the book is kind of a slow, scary build-up, and it has a lot of horrifying moments in it. I really enjoyed the book, and I enjoyed the older version of the movie as well. And this movie has a lot to live up to if it's going to try to scare us. If it's going to try to be as classic as the other one, it's going to have a lot that it needs to live up to. And will it do it? Well, find out on October 3rd whether or not this movie will actually work. Whether this movie will be worthy of being the classic that a lot of people consider the original movie to be. Then also coming out on October 3rd is Hold Your Breath. Hold Your Breath is a Hulu original movie, and it takes place in 1930s Oklahoma amid the region's horrific dust storms. A woman is convinced that a sinister presence is threatening her family. And that sounds kind of good to me. Hulu has been known in the past to give us some really scary movies. In fact, if you check out their Halloween hub on Hulu, you will find a whole bunch of little gems of horror films that they have. And the Hulu original ones have been known to deliver in the past. So this is one I'm actually going to watch and plan on really enjoying at this point. Until I see it, I don't know if it's going to be great or not, but it is one I'm looking forward to. Then you have House of Spoils, also on October 3rd, and it's on Amazon Prime Video. Now, Amazon Prime has been hit or miss in terms of a lot of its horror-related stuff, of course. It really has. This tells the story of a chef who opens up her first restaurant, where she battles a dubious investor and self-doubt. But the pressure heats up thanks to a spirit of the estate's previous owner who threatens to sabotage her. Now, one thing about this movie is that it's going to be sort of like a ghost story, I guess, with the spirit. And I do like that. I feel like we don't have enough really good ghost stories. So that in itself does excite me a little bit. I want a good ghost story to be told on screen. Something that we can be terrified of. And this one is a horror thriller, so I don't expect that we're really afraid of it, but I do think that it has a possibility to be something unique and cool that we haven't seen before. So that movie comes out on October 3rd also. Then you have It's What's Inside, and that is on Netflix. This tells the story of a pre-wedding party that kind of descends into a nightmare when an estranged friend shows up with a mysterious suitcase. Now, this movie actually is coming to us on October 4th, and I think that this movie could be decent. This movie could be something that we could look forward to. It doesn't sound like it's going to be the most amazing movie, and Netflix doesn't always have the best track record when it comes to giving fans something new and terrifying. However, I do like this premise. The idea that they show up with some mysterious suitcase, that kind of intrigues me a little bit. Next up, we have VHS Beyond, also coming out on October 4th on Shudder. Now, the VHS series, if you don't know, is a series of short little videos that are made to look like they really happen. In other words, they're the found footage of short videos. And it's kind of this anthology series of craziness that really does work. And if you have not seen any of the VHS movies before, that is a whole rabbit hole you should really jump down. The movies are insane. They are fun. They are horrifying at times. Some of the stories are laughable, and some of them are utterly terrifying. This one is going to be 6 blood-curdling tapes unleash horror in the sci-fi inspired landscape, pushing the boundaries of fear and suspense. And that kind of sounds pretty much like the others. I mean, you know, they do what they do, and that series has been doing it quite well. I really enjoy the VHS movies, and I don't typically enjoy the found footage movies as much. Then, on October 21st, you have Carved. The movie Carved tells the story of a group of survivors that find themselves trapped in a historical reenactment village on Halloween, where they must unite to battle a sentient, vengeful pumpkin. Now, this is billed as a comedy horror film, so it could be really cheesy and it could be really fun. Again, it is on Hulu. And when you're dealing with Hulu, they have their straight up horror films that actually do okay, but they also shine in the comedy horror field as well. And I think this one sounds kind of intriguing. Then you have Don't Move, which comes out on October 25th on Netflix. It follows a seasoned killer as he injects a grieving woman with a paralyzing drug, which she must run, fight, and hide before her body completely shuts down. Now that sounds like a lot of fun, and that is billed as a horror thriller, so it could prove to be really fun to watch. It could be one of those movies where you're wondering if she's going to get out the entire time. And who knows, maybe she does and maybe she doesn't, depending on the path they take. But the movie sounds like it would be a really fun journey. It's kind of that The Hunt type of vibe. That is one of the Netflix movies that I am most looking forward to in October. But there is one more movie to talk about, and that is Time Cut. And Time Cut deals with a student who accidentally travels back to 2003 and decides to stop the serial killer who murdered her sister. Now, I have seen so many time travel horror movies lately. Time travel horror movies have kind of become that new craze. We've had a couple in the past year or so that have come out, and this one kind of is the same way. I think that this movie has potential, but I don't know that I think this movie will be absolutely amazing. I guess we're going to have to watch it and find out. Even though this is a Netflix film, I think it has a little bit of potential just for this plot. Sure, the plot isn't anything new. It's not going to be a groundbreaking plot that's going to change the world. But it does sound like something that might be kind of cool. So I'm looking forward to that one as well. And those are some movies that are coming out that I don't hear anybody else talking about necessarily, that you should be looking forward to this October. But I want to leave it with you guys. What do you guys think about these movies? Which one of these movies sounds the most intriguing to you? Which one are you looking forward to the most? As always, we want to hear from you guys. Make sure you're leaving us a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Also, don't forget to share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation. Then make sure you hit that like button. It's free, it helps the channel, and we really do appreciate it. Then Miko says we need more subscribers. And look at this face. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. Then friends, at the end of the day, I know it. You know it. And Miko knows it. Fandom is family.